Now, I'm not telling you that to scare you. What I'm saying is if you are nervous, you are normal. It is normal to be nervous. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. It is normal to be nervous, okay? What good public speakers do is they channel that nervousness into positive energy so that it can work for you rather than against you. And this is called positive nervousness. Controlled nervousness that helps energize a speaker for her or his presentation. It is a healthy sign that you are getting psyched up to give a good presentation. And if you can use it for that and turn it into enthusiasm for your topic, it can work for you rather than against you. And have you ever listened to a speaker where they didn't get psyched up to give a good presentation? You know darn good and well that they didn't get psyched up at all. You ever listen to somebody like that? No? Yeah? I know when I was in college, I had a biology professor, am I on your way? Who literally, I wanted to record his voice and play it for myself at night before I went to bed. He was that boring. It was so hard to stay awake in that class. And he, I promise, did not get psyched up to give a good presentation. Not whatsoever. Okay, so it's a healthy thing for you to get psyched up to do that. I have very little public speaking anxiety, so you all would probably agree that I'm a pretty enthusiastic speaker, yes? So it takes me more energy to get excited because I don't get that natural burst of adrenaline to get me excited when I talk, so it takes me a little bit more energy. So look at it as a blessing that you get that because it actually can work for you if you can turn it into positive energy. And we're going to talk today about how to do that. There's some ways that you can develop confidence in yourself as a public speaker. The first one is this class. You are in the right place to develop confidence in yourself as a public speaker. Not only in this class are you going to learn how to do it. You're going to learn the basic skills. You're going to learn how to put together a speech, how to organize it, how to put it into an outline. You're going to learn how to practice your speech, and then we're going to talk about delivery. So you're going to learn how to deliver your speeches. You're going to learn everything you need to be a good public speaker in here, and then you're going to get a chance to practice it. And every time you practice your speeches, I'm going to give you feedback. I'm going to tell you what you did well. I'm going to tell you what you could improve upon. So this is the perfect opportunity right here for you to develop confidence in yourself as a public speaker because that's what we're all about in here, is to teach you how to speak in public. Number 2 is to pick a topic that you like and truly care about. It is really difficult to get excited about a topic and get excited about sharing a message with your audience if you've chosen something that you don't care about. So it's really important, and I don't care, if it may seem silly to you or something like that. There are some topics that are kind of out there that you would want to stay away from, but one of the best speeches I've ever heard, it was a guy who gave a speech, and this was back in 2002, so this was before the movies came out. He talked about Transformers. I mean, the toys, the actual little toys. And he was so excited about it, he thought it was just the coolest thing ever. So he talked to us about the history of Transformers, how they were created, talked about some of the different ones, told us the story behind it. It was very interesting because he was interested in it. So it's really important that you pick a topic that you like and truly care about. And then finally, prepare so thoroughly that you cannot help but be successful. After every presentation you give in here, you're going to complete the self-evaluation. And one of the questions, the last questions on the self-evaluation is, what's your goal for next time? If you could do this speech again, or what do you plan to do differently for next time? In all of my years of teaching, I can tell you that if students are not happy with their speech presentations, they generally have about the same goal for next time. And what do you suppose that is? Say it again. Be more prepared. Be more prepared. And that just makes sense, doesn't it? If you sat outside class and you filled out your note card 5 minutes before class and you came in here to give your speech and you hadn't practiced it not one time, how confident can you be in your speech at that point? Doesn't that just make sense? But if you did your note cards 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and you've been going through your speech, you've been looking at it, practicing it, going over it, you went over it again last night, you practiced some of the tips that we're going to talk about here in just a minute, You went over it again this morning before you came to class, and you're pretty confident with the information. You're knowledgeable about your topic. You know what you're going to talk about. You know what you're going to say. I mean, doesn't that just make sense that you're going to be more confident than if you haven't practiced your speech? So don't do that to yourself. Plan ahead. Prepare for your speeches. Prepare so thoroughly that you cannot help but be successful. All right, let's take a look at some specific tips to control anxiety. And the first one is to think positively. Visualize everything going perfectly. And once you have written that down, if you would please stand up. And kind of spread out. I'm going to ask you to have one of your arms around you, so you need to be able to move one of your arms. Your right arm specifically.